Hello, welcome to my channel. Today is the second video about my English practice series. So today I want to introduce for you about a little bit about myself and my job right now. Okay, so first of all I want to introduce about myself. My name is David and right now I'm 24 years old. I was born in 1997 in Lâm Đồng province, and then I moved to Ho Chi Minh City to study in university, and then I graduated 2 years ago. And my first job, I worked as a maintenance engineer in the very big factory of the company named Intel Product Vietnam. That is a very famous one, a company. I think that you know about that. Intel, they produced the, the CPU for the computer, for the laptop. That is global United, United, United States company. And but after 6 months work work as a maintenance engineer, I feel that that job is not interesting for me, and I decided to quit that job and find a new job. And I quit that job and find a job. Right now I work as a sales engineer, and this is my second job, sales engineer, and I work in this job almost 1 year already, and until now I still really love my job. Some of you may wonder why I call my job title as sales engineer, because this job requires the sales techniques and the engineering technique too, because it requires really deep understanding about the technical knowledge, like the system, automation system, and the function of product and understanding of product. So with this job requires some of the person have the knowledge or have the technical background like me. And so with this job I feel really like this job. My first job was as an engineer, but actually I don't like it. So this job work as a sales engineer, it helped me a lot to consolidate my skill, to become a great salesman, because in the future my orientation, I want to have my own business and I want to become an entrepreneur. So to do it, I have to work as sales engineer first. So in the next several years, maybe 5 years, I want to have my own business. That is a must. So I want to introduce for you about my company. The company that I'm working right now named NK Engineering, and we have 3 offices with the headquarters in Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi office and Da Nang office, and totally we have 80 employees. Yeah, and NK Engineering is a representative of Hauser in Vietnam. So that is about my company. So right now I will introduce about Hauser, because my company working mainly in Hauser product. Is about 90% of revenue of our company. So I will introduce for you about Hauser. So Hauser is a global corporation company. Is a global automation corporation, and it is a German company. But let me explain for you about the name of Hauser. So Hauser in fact, is the name of Mr. Andres and Mr. Hauser. So Mr. Andres is an inventor and Mr. Hauser is an entrepreneur. So they are incorporate with each other to establish Andres and Hauser. Um, Nowadays, Andres and Hauser is really big company. Its revenue is about 3 billion euros and really big company. And in Vietnam, they don't have their own sales center, and we and Red House, we NK Engineering, we sell and Hauser products in Vietnam markets. So even Hauser is a German company, but its headquarters located in Switzerland because they want because the company want to take advantages of incentive policy of Swiss government. So they locate their headquarters in Swiss. It is the same with many other German companies. So they also located their headquarters in Switzerland to take advantage of incentive policy. And about the product of Hauser. So Hauser, they produce, they develop measuring instruments. Their product mainly in 5 lines of product. The first one is a flow meter. The second one is a temperature sensor, pressure sensor, liquid analysis, and level transmitter. That is 5 lines of product of Hauser. So maybe you feel hard to understand about that product. So let me take an example for you for more understand. So let's imagine a factory. In a factory, it have many systems. So in a factory, it have many systems. So let's imagine you see that in a factory, every factory will have the tank and the pipe for the tank to contain the water or contain the chemistry. Yeah. So for example, in your company, you have a tank. For example, this is a tank, and in the tank you have a liquid. This liquid may be water or chemistry, something like that, oil or fuels, anything. So when you fill up the tank, you will have a pump to pump the liquid inside the tank. So you have to control the level of the tank. For example, this is the level of this tank. So when you refill more liquid inside the tank, the level will raise up, and when it's reached a setting value, you have to turn off the pump, right? Turn off the pump or shut off the valve. So how can you control it? You cannot use your eye to control it because it's really hard, and it takes a lot of effort to do it, and we have the solution for it. So you just only need a level transmitter. So you will install an Hauser level transmitter in the top of the tank, and that level transmitter will measure the level of the tank. When the level reach a setting value, the transmitter will transfer the signal into the control room, and the control room will turn off the pump or shut off the valve. That is really simple examination about Hauser product application. So that is a short introduction about myself, about my company. Yeah, and I hope that you will find interesting in my video, and see you in the next video.